Good evening. Welcome to News at Night for Wednesday, February the 17th. I'm Colette Linden.
I'm Craig Huckerby. We have another cold night tonight, and we have a little bit of snow coming. I'll give you all those details coming up.
A sentencing hearing is to be held today for a man found guilty of manslaughter who threw a trailer hitch at an Indigenous woman, leading to her death. Braden Bushby is to appear in Thunder Bay, Ontario court today. Justin Helen Pierce found Bushby guilty last year at a judge-alone trial, saying the fatal outcome of his violent act was foreseeable. The trial heard witnesses' accounts of the January 2017 assault when Bushby threw the heavy metal trailer hitch from a moving vehicle, striking and injuring Barbara Kentner, who died in July 2017 at the young age of 34. The case drew criticism about how the justice system deals with Indigenous victims after Bushby's second-degree murder charge was downgraded to manslaughter and aggravated assault. The trial heard the change was made because space limitations made a jury trial impossible in Thunder Bay during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some revelations have come to light since publishing Fenced and Forgotten, a Pointe des Chênes divided over the weekend. Members of the public, including Rick White, the manager of the campground for the past 4 years, has come forward. What he has said has put the information given to City Council, statements which were used to form their final decision, in question. During the discussion surrounding the campground, a couple of direct questions were asked to Susan Hamilton Beach, the Director of Public Works for the City of Sault Ste. Marie. Given this new information and what occurred at City Council, Sue Online has filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the city for documents surrounding Pointe des Chênes all the way back to 2017. The city has 30 days to respond to the request. Ontario is reporting 847 new cases of COVID-19 today and 10 more deaths related to the virus. Health Minister Christine Elliott says that there are 257 new cases in Toronto, 170 in Peel Region, and 131 in York Region. Ontario reports that 1,456 more cases of the coronavirus have been resolved since Tuesday's update. Elliott said that today's data is based on approximately 34,000 tests. Another 9,107 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine were administered in Ontario since the last report. A total of 489,000 doses of a vaccine have been administered in the province thus far. There have been 288,583 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Ontario since the pandemic began, 270,869 of which have been resolved and 6,729 that led to death. Public health authorities say that a person has died after being infected with the COVID-19 variant in an outbreak at a North Bay, Ontario apartment building. The North Bay Parry Sound District Health Unit declared the outbreak at the building last week and has since reported 31 COVID-19 cases linked to it. The health unit says 20 of those cases have been identified as a variant of COVID-19. One of the cases has been identified as the variant first detected in South Africa, while further testing is underway to determine the strain involved in the others. The region's top doctor, Dr. Jim Chirico, says public health authorities are working to curb the spread of variants to prevent future deaths. COVID-19 variants are believed to be more contagious, and experts have raised concerns about their spread in the province. On February the 13th at 12:30 a.m., the East Algoma OPP responded to a possible impaired driver complaint on Hillside Drive South and Elliott Lake. The vehicle was reported to be all over the road, and when police located a short time after and spoke to the driver and two occupants, all persons exhibited signs of impairment and suspected methamphetamine was observed inside the car. Subsequently, the driver and two passengers were arrested. The driver was assessed by an OPP drug recognition evaluator, and one of the passengers was found to be breaching a prior release condition. The vehicle was towed and impounded. All accused persons are scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice in Elliott Lake on April the 6th. The OPP would like to remind the motoring public to drive sober. This includes drug consumption as well as impairment by drugs. It's a crime under the criminal code, and drivers are subject to the same penalties as those who are charged with driving while impaired by alcohol.
Hi again, everyone. Well, we saw a little bit of sun today. We also saw a little bit of snow flurry from lake effect. That's been pulled out of the forecast for tonight, but we are going to get cold, and we are watching a couple of systems for this weekend and for next week. I'll give you all those details coming up.
one of our 3 Sault Ste. Marie locations. You do life, we do taxes.
And welcome back, everyone. Well, we have a cold night tonight. If we take a look at our board, we're going to fall down to minus 19 because we're going to lose all of our cloud cover that we currently have. That's going to leave. That's going to leave us with clear skies. But we are going to see those clouds build back into the morning, and we could even see a little bit of snow flurry from that. But we'll take a look at the overnight lows, and we're all still a little cold for this time of year. Minus 23 in Thunder Bay, minus 18 in Mackinac, and a minus 20s up to the north. This should be our last night of minus 20 weather as we see some warmth build into the area. We'll take a look at the satellite shot. This is the next big system that's going to impact southern Ontario and the eastern seaboard. It's another Texas low, and it's going to bring rain, ice, and snow for them. Not going to affect us at all. We may see a little bit of high cloud from it, but nothing really to worry about. We don't see a big system coming our way. We do have a little bit of a system coming in for Saturday, or for Saturday night into Sunday. We'll take a look at the system's maps, and this is our next big threat of some storm activity. This is for Monday morning, and it's just another little Colorado low. We could see some snow, but it looks right now to be light. Not going to see any of this rain, but we are seeing a southerly flow, which is going to bump our temperatures up to above seasonal, up to the plus side for next week. And for Friday, this is the next big weather maker for us. It's another Texas low, believe it or not. And yeah, we see snow, and we see ice, and we see rain, and we see some warmer temperatures. Temperatures should be around 3 degrees when this storm hits. So it could fall as a wet mix right now, or it could fall as all snow. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll take a look at the forecast for the next 3 days. Not looking all that bad, actually. A mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. We may see a little flurries in the morning, but temperatures getting up to seasonal at -5, holding steady -5 for Friday and Saturday. And again, it's just a mix of sun and cloud. We don't see any substantial snow coming. If we take a look at the 7-day, we do see some snow coming for early next week, but the next system for Sunday, we should see some snow. We should replace that sun and cloud, but temperatures, if you note, are on the plus side, and that's where they're going to be for the next little while, at least for the next 7 days, before we see a little cool down and we see a couple of more systems head our way. But overall, we're still doing fairly well for this winter. That's your weather for right now. Colette and Jacob are standing by with all your sports right now.
When social distancing, remember, stay at least 6 feet away and wear your mask. Help save lives.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Good evening. Welcome to the sports section of your news at night. You're with Jacob and Colette. I apologize for being MIA yesterday, but you did a heck of a great job.
Well, we had a lot to talk about yesterday. I mean, there's been so much going on in sports lately, which is it's great considering, you know, we all need to stay at home. So it's been great that there's been so much sports to watch and talk about. Oh,
finally, right? Now, just on that, Jacob, to remind you that 7:05 Sports starts officially this Friday. Our half-an-hour show will be aired on Facebook at 4 p.m. and played again at 7.
Awesome.
All right, but let's go into a little bit of tidbits. We're going to talk hockey and a little bit of wraps. Where are we going to start? NHL trade talk?
NHL trade talk.
Okay, let's go.
We're not going to dive too deep into this, as this is something we're going to talk about a lot more in depth on Friday. But I want to mention that there are 3 types of teams coming into the trade talk. Okay. There are buyers, which are teams that are looking to improve their team to try to make a cup run. And then there's sellers. These are the teams that are the bottom dwellers who they're trying to rebuild. They're going to get rid of any players that they don't see staying with them long term or developing with them long term. Then there's the weird ones that are on the fence. So the on the fence teams are teams that they're not really sure where they're at. They're not doing well enough in the standings to be buyers, but not doing bad enough in the standings to be sellers. Those are teams that are hovering just out of a playoff spot.
Okay. Like you said, we're going to dive in deeper into that on Friday per team and just go over everybody that we can. Okay, let's talk Campbell.
Jack Campbell.
His return.
He got to skate,
of the Jack.
which is very exciting for a Leaf fan because Campbell was playing really well before he got injured, and also the team loves him in general.
Yeah.
Plus, played for the Greyhounds, so
Go Sioux Graham.
awesome. So he got to skate for the first time with the goaltending coach. This is a great sign, but that doesn't mean he's jumping in the net tonight.
Want to dive into this game tonight?
Let's dive into the games tonight.
Okay, all right.
So
now
we got
we're
the
playing.
Leafs and Sens.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're playing my most hated team.
You mean her favorite team,
God.
who she predicted to beat us?
Montreal?
Oh, that was Montreal.
That was Montreal.
Okay.
Play that tape
Still.
back again. We can still say I'm right. We will beat the Ottawa Senators. I'm saying that directly to the camera.
I also think they're going to beat the Senators.
I will beat them twice.
But to do that, and this is for both games,
Yes.
play a full 60 minutes.
Yes.
Not almost 2 periods and then go for a nap.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
Score first, which is what they did last time, but still score first. Put the pressure on Ottawa right away. Please play well in your own zone. Just move the puck well. You've been doing it all
The
year.
Leafs have been doing great this year with moving the puck well in their own zone.
I don't know what happened against Ottawa, if they just thought it's 5-1, the game's over, and they just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
But let's have that not happen again.
Oh my God, please, yes. We don't need another Boston Bruins situation with another club. Thank you very much.
Get some saves, and not just routine saves. I mean, like game-changing saves. That's something we need from Anderson, which we didn't get in the last game. Not pinning the game on Anderson, I'm just stating.
Yeah,
More production from the bottom 9. We can't just rely on Matthews and Marner and Thornton to score every single goal for the entire team.
Yeah, but how good is Matthews?
Oh, he's on fire this year. He's on pace over 50 goals.
It's like he makes everything look so easy. His
But it's
maneuvers,
not.
and the way his puck placement into that net. He looks at the goal. He can put it to 5-hole, put it in the bottom right corner. He sees the hole, and it's kind of like Gretzky. You know what I mean? Like Gretzky's not. He saw that pass.
Well, I want to quickly talk on the Senators because, you know...
I was trying to skip all over that.
I know you were.
Well, you didn't
but
pick
I
that
think
up.
for the Senators, they need to have a strong power play because that's been struggling.
Okay.
Slow down the Leafs' top 3. Get key saves like you did last game. Pressure the Leafs' defense like you did last time. And outshoot the Leafs to make sure that you're not giving Toronto a chance to get their outbreaks.
Yeah, see, that just made me angry.
Well, you know what? Calm down. Sip on your coffee. Your evening coffee beans.
Don't stress. Where was that?
Exactly.
All right.
But enough
fine.
about how the
like,
Leafs are
come
going to
on.
dominate.
No, Leafs go. Let's go.
Let's
Next
break
one.
down
I don't want to do
the
this.
Flames and the Canucks.
Okay.
Vancouver really needs to keep rolling. They got three out of a possible 4 points over the weekend, which was great to see.
I'm
from
happy
Vancouver.
for them. Yeah.
But they lost 6 straight before. We got to remember that 56-game season. That is very dangerous. But for the Flames to make sure they can keep Vancouver down,
Yeah.
have Tkachuk continue to get under their skin. As much as I can't stand Tkachuk, and that's for another day.
Yeah.
He is a player that does a very good job at making teams just not play well. They're so focused on getting back at him, they just stop playing hockey. Markstrom needs to continue to play well.
Okay.
I mean, the guy's having an insane season, and I want to see strong defense from Calgary.
Okay.
And actually helping Markstrom out because they've been outshot a lot against Vancouver, which that needs to stop. And for Vancouver, pretty much keep doing what you're doing. Keep the momentum up for the past few games. Because you know what? You're playing well. I know you lost the last game, but at least I felt it wasn't from a lack of effort.
Yeah.
Continue to get key saves from Demko. I'm not going to say Demko needs to out-goaltend Markstrom, because I'll be honest, I just don't see it happening. But he just needs to be able to keep up.
Okay.
And for Vancouver, continue to outshoot the Flames. If you outshoot them, in theory, you should be able to get more goals just by basic math, which we apparently can't do some days.
1 + 1, remember, was 3. That was a bad day for me. Listen, the Flames are going to win that one.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking Vancouver.
Okay. Well,
We'll see.
guess you're going to be wrong. Okay. How about the Jets and Oilers? Want to jump down to them?
So I think for the Oilers to win, I know I keep stressing goaltending for every single team. As someone who played goal back in the day.
You were not.
Yeah, I was a
Your
goalie.
poor mom. I couldn't. Both my boys play hockey. I could not. No, I would be in trouble if I heard someone say anything about my kid. What? Anyways.
But they need to get strong goaltending. Koskinen has been very shaky. There are times he looks like an all-star goalie. There are times he looks like he should be in a beer league. Now, I don't know if it's Koskinen or Smith starting this game, but and even for Mike Smith, he's another goalie who's he's either amazing or terrible.
Okay.
They need some secondary scoring. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. McDavid and Draisaitl are fantastic players. We actually had an argument about McDavid off camera.
Yeah, so that's why I saw that little giggle on your face over there and like, you want to go there, buddy?
They need secondary scoring, but at the same time, McDavid and Draisaitl still need to be flying for them to win because I don't see them winning when they're not scoring.
Okay, well that makes sense for sure. You're lucky I can't find this article that about Connor McDavid matching Sidney Crosby. We had almost a 500. Oh, I found it.
That's for Friday.
Okay, Friday. I'm not just a little teaser there. I'm not saying Connor is Sydney's like they're here. I'm just saying Connor McDavid's a damn good player, and I love his name because that's my son's name.
He is a good player on the stat sheet.
Okay.
But we'll save that for Friday.
We'll save that for Friday.
For
7:05 Sports.
Heated conversation.
It's very, very heated. Okay, I've got one Thunderbird story. So what else do you have for us? Raptors with the huge upset, which I was so happy to see that, winning 124 to 113. Okay.
Rebounding the Bucks 44 to 41, and their players were playing really strong.
Okay, sweet. That's it?
That's
no
it.
more? You don't want to, make fun of... Okay, former Thunderbird Lucas Theriault is heading to York. Not New York, as my wonderful sports friend thought I said earlier. He's heading to York. He just completed his first season with the OHL's Niagara Ice Dogs. But now he will be heading to university this fall. Good job. Good for you. Get an education. It was announced yesterday that the former Sioux Thunderbird and current Ice Dog forward Lucas has committed to the OUA's York Lions for the 2021-22 season. In 48 games played last season with the Ice Dogs, Theriault scored 5 times, set up 6 others, and only had 8 penalty minutes.
I think that's a great move for his career because it's something you're still able to develop your young hockey career, but you're still getting that education.
Yes.
I think that's a really smart move, and I'm surprised more players don't take that development route.
A lot of kids rely on just going into the O and going from the O to the N and get some education. He also put up 16 goals and 32 points in 33 career postseasons game. We just want to congratulate him and say that's all we have time with my friend here beside me because I think I need to go do something again. What's that?
You got to do some news.
I got to do some news.
But we'll be right back with more news right after this.
Every time you wear a mask, remember, it's so one day we can all go back to doing this and this. Every time you wash your hands, remember that eventually it'll all be worth it for them and them. Every time you hang out here, remember that at some point we'll all be able to get together here, and here. Protect yourself and others from COVID-19. A message from the Government of Canada.
On February the 12th, shortly after 3:30 p.m., members from the East Algoma detachment of the OPP responded to a break-and-enter on Highway 548 in Tarbert Additional Township. Sometime between Saturday, February the 6th and Friday, February the 12th, a break-and-enter occurred to a single dwelling residence and a detached garage. The culprit stole approximately $10,000 in property and firearms. Several firearms and property items were stolen. Any person with information regarding the theft of these firearms and property should immediately contact the OPP at 1-888-310-1122 or their nearest police authority. According to Stats Canada, firearms were used in over 40% of homicides in Canada in 2019. The violence must stop, and this is why that last May the Government of Canada banned over 1,500 models and variants of assault-style firearms and some of their components. The government is continuing to take every step necessary to combat gun violence and keep Canadians and communities safe. The Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced the introduction of new legislation to amend the Criminal Code and the Firearms Act to make communities safer while respecting law-abiding gun owners. Sault College has partnered with Employment Solutions to offer its first ever virtual job fair, taking place on Tuesday, February the 23rd from 12:30 to 3:30, Wednesday, February 24th from 12:30 to 3:30, and again Thursday, February 25th from 12:30 to 3:15 via MS Teams. The virtual job fair will feature more than 30 employers. The event is open to all and gives participants the chance to network with local employers to learn more about their business and available job opportunities. As an added bonus, eligible participants in a job fair session person will be entered into a draw to win one of 2 Amazon Fire tablets. Participants must pre-register to be eligible. For more information about the Sault College Job Fair, contact the Student Job Center at studentjobcenter@saultcollege.ca or visit the College Virtual Job Fair. On February the 16th, at a duly convened meeting of Council, Order Number 2020-02 was revoked, effective February 17th at 12:01 a.m. The Highway 17B corridor will be reopened to the public for access to the Garden River First Nation at 12 a.m. on the 17th. The checkpoint on Surrett Lake Road will be removed, and no persons entering the community will be subject to any COVID-19 screening questions. Chief and Council remain proactive in their fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and may consider it necessary to re-implement the travel restrictions in the event of any increased risks in order to respond to, prevent, and alleviate the effects of COVID-19 virus in the community. The Ontario government has launched a 60-day consultation to grow the Greenbelt and help protect more of the province's natural environment, including farmlands, forests, wetlands, and watersheds from future development. The consultations could result in the largest expansion of the Greenbelt since its creation in 2005. Minister Steve Clark, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, made an address on this issue today.
We made a commitment to grow the Greenbelt. Today, I'm proud to announce our government is making good on that commitment. Our government, together with all Ontarians, is embarking on a once-in-a-generation opportunity to protect some of the most ecologically important lands in our country. Today, we are launching public consultations on growing the Greenbelt.
Well, Craig, as you know, I'm a walker, love walking outside after work. Tell me what these warm temperatures mean.
Well, these warm temperatures mean we're going to actually enjoy our walks in the evening because we are going to see above seasonal temperatures. It's going to take a while to build in, but by this weekend and by early next week, we should be looking at +3 for our daytime high, so not bad.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for that, Craig. And on behalf of Craig and Colette, we wish you a great night. Stay tuned for more news and weather.